In this video, we are going to start lesson 3 of geography, Our Changing Earth. The Earth, our homeland, is a dynamic planet. It is constantly undergoing changes inside and outside. It has a solid and active surface with mountains, valleys, canyons, plains, and so much more. Earth is special because it is an ocean planet. It is also called a blue planet because when looked from the space, it looks blue in color. Water covers 70% of Earth's surface. Lithosphere or the Earth's surface is not continuous. It is broken into a number of plates known as the lithospheric plates. Now, first of all, let me familiarize you with this term lithospheric plates. The Earth's crust consists of several large and some small rigid, irregularly shaped plates, or you can call them slabs, which carry continents and the ocean floors. You will be surprised to know that these plates move around very slowly, just a few millimeters each year. This is because of the molten magma which moves inside the earth. The molten magma moves in a circular manner. Now have a look at the diagram on the screen. Plates at our planet's surface move because of the intense heat in the Earth's core that causes molten magma in the mantle layer to move. It moves in circular patterns called a convection cell that forms when warm material rises, cools, and eventually sinks down. As the cooled material sinks down, it is warmed and rises again. This makes the lithospheric plates move. So till now we have learned that the movement of these plates causes changes on the surface of the earth. Now let us learn about the types of forces that cause the movement of the earth. The earth movements are divided on the basis of the forces which cause them. They are of two kinds, endogenic forces and exogenic forces. Endogenic means endo plus genic. Endo means inside and genic means origin. So the name suggests that the forces which act in the interior of the earth are known as endogenic forces, and exo means outside and genic means origin. So the exogenic forces work on the surface of the earth. Endogenic forces produce slow as well as sudden movements. Examples of sudden forces are earthquakes, volcanoes, and landslides, and these movements cause huge destruction. Slow movements are caused by diastrophic forces, which refer to the forces generated by the movement of the solid material of the Earth's crust. All the processes that move, elevate, or build portions of the Earth's crust come under diastrophism, and these forces result in the building of mountains. Fold mountains and block mountains are built in this way. As we have learned that exogenic forces act on the surface of the earth. They form erosional and depositional landforms, and the agents of exogenic forces are rivers, wind, sea waves, and glaciers. Now we are going to learn about volcano. A volcano is a vent, or you can call it opening, in the earth's crust through which molten material erupts suddenly. It is a rupture in the crust of a planetary mass object such as Earth that allows hot lava, volcanic ash, and gases to escape from a magma chamber below the surface. Earth's volcanoes occur because its crust is broken into 17 major rigid tectonic plates that float on a hotter, softer layer in its mantle. At the bottom of the slide, you can see a magma chamber. The magma chamber is a hollow within the volcano where magma and gases accumulate. During an eruption, these volcanic materials move from the magma chamber toward the surface via a pipe-like passageway called a conduit. The main vent is the main outlet for the magma to escape. Secondary vents are smaller outlets through which magma escapes. The crater is created after an eruption blows the top of the volcano. It is a ball-shaped depression through which explosive eruptions occur. Eruptions are more explosive when magma contains a lot of gases and the volcano forcefully expels a large quantity of ash, cloud, lava bombs, and lava. Lava flows down the slopes of the hill. It glows red hot to white hot as it flows. An active volcano is one that erupts regularly. It looks like a glowing mountain with bright yellow, orange, red colors. Now we are going to study about earthquakes. When lithospheric plates move, the surface of the earth vibrates. These vibrations are called earthquakes. The vibrations can travel all around the world. We call these vibrations as earthquakes. Earthquakes are usually caused when rock undergoes suddenly breaks along a fault. This sudden release of energy causes the seismic waves that make the ground shake. When two blocks of rock or two lithospheric plates rub against each other or even slide over each other, the earth surface shakes, and this is called as earthquake. Earthquakes produce three types of seismic waves: primary waves, secondary waves, and surface waves. The fastest seismic waves are called primary waves or P waves. We can also call them longitudinal waves. Secondary waves are the second seismic waves to arrive at any particular location after an earthquake is caused. These are also called transverse waves. And third is the L waves or the surface waves. Earthquakes cause huge destruction. The ground shaking may also cause landslides, mudslides, and avalanches on steeper hills or mountains, all of which can damage buildings and hurt people. If a structure like a building, a road, or a bridge is built across a fault, the ground displacement during an earthquake could seriously damage or rip apart that structure, causing a great loss of life and property. So, whenever an earthquake occurs, there is a huge destruction of life, property, buildings, roads, bridges, etc. The focus is the place inside Earth's crust where an earthquake originates. The point on the Earth's surface directly above the focus is the epicenter. When energy is released at the focus, seismic waves travel outward from that point in all directions, creating tremors. Have a look at the picture on the screen. It shows that an earthquake is caused by a sudden slip on a fault, much like what happens when you snap your fingers. Before the snap, you push your fingers together and sideways. Because you are pushing them together, so friction is produced. Friction keeps them from moving to the side. When you push sideways hard enough to overcome this friction, your fingers move suddenly, releasing energy in the form of sound waves that set the air vibrating and travel from your hand to your ear where you hear the snap. The same process goes on in an earthquake also. Stresses in the Earth's outer layer push the sides of the fault together. The friction is produced in this process across the surface of the fault, which holds the rocks together, so they do not slip immediately when pushed sideways. Eventually, enough stress builds up and the rocks suddenly release energy in the waves that travel through the rock to cause the shaking, which is called earthquake. Now let us learn about the measurement of earthquake. Seismograph is a device which is used to measure earthquakes, and the science of the study of earthquakes is called seismography. And the scale which is used to measure the magnitude of an earthquake is called Richter scale. An earthquake over 5.0 magnitude can cause damage, and an earthquake of 7.0 magnitude on the Richter scale causes huge destruction. But the tremors can be felt when the earthquake is of 2.0 magnitude on the Richter scale. Now let us learn about the earthquake preparedness, means the do's and don'ts when an earthquake occurs. So first of all, the safe spot identification. A person should look around and find out a safe spot to protect himself from the earthquake. He or she can take shelter under a kitchen counter, table or desk against an inside corner of a wall. Another thing is stay away from fireplaces, areas around chimneys, windows that shatter including mirrors and picture frames. A person should stay out of damaged buildings because they may fall down during the earthquakes. A person should stay away from electric lines and gas pipelines because they may burst during the earthquake. And a person should also stay away from beaches because very high waves are formed during the earthquake, which may cause the destruction of life and property.